Let's be honest, Bella Hadid has always looked like she just stepped out of a Photoshop filter. She's the face of high fashion, a living art exhibit of symmetry and cheekbones. On the outside, everything about her screams perfection. Designer gowns, flawless skin, a walk so fierce it could cut glass. But lately, that perfect facade has started to crack, and fans are realizing there's something deeper going on behind the glossy editorials and red carpet poses. It's not another breakup or bad haircut. It's a real-life health battle that's been dragging on for years. The supermodel, who's fighting an invisible monster, Bella Hadid has been fighting chronic Lyme disease for more than a decade. This isn't your run-of-the-mill, I feel tired kind of illness. Lyme disease attacks your nervous system and can make even the most glamorous day feel like you're walking through wet cement while someone's dimming the lights in your brain. Imagine trying to remember your next runway cue while your body's buffering like bad Wi-Fi. She was diagnosed as a teenager, and her mom, Yolanda Hadid, and brother, Anwar, also share the same diagnosis. It's basically a family of warriors armed with IV drips instead of fashion accessories. Over the years, Bella has been open about what she calls her invisible suffering. 15 years of exhaustion, pain, and confusion that you wouldn't notice from her Instagram feed, because she still manages to look like a goddess even with a thermometer sticking out of her arm. When the illness went public. For years, Bella's health battles were something she handled quietly, between flights and fittings. But in September 2025, things got real and raw. She posted hospital photos on social media, no makeup, IV tubes, pale skin, eyes full of pain. It was a far cry from the glamorous shoots she's known for. Fans were stunned. This wasn't some vague, "I've been under the weather" caption. It was a full confession of what she's been enduring. She wrote about feeling trapped inside her body, about her brain shutting down, about being tired of pretending everything was fine. Even her mom described watching her daughter's battle as a silent war. And honestly, that's exactly what it looked like. A fight nobody could see, but one she'd clearly been fighting for years. The comeback that sparked concern. Fast forward to October 2025, when Bella made her big return to the spotlight at the Victoria's Secret fashion show. It was supposed to be her victory lap, the comeback of all comebacks. Fans were ready to see her reclaim her wings, literally. But instead of a triumphant angel soaring across the runway, what people saw was a visibly fragile woman pushing herself to her absolute limit. Backstage clips showed her gripping the walls for balance as makeup artists worked around her. She wasn't glowing with energy. She looked like she was summoning every last ounce of strength just to stay upright. Her smile was brave, but her body language said, "I might collapse at any second." And those wings she wore? 50 pounds of solid metal. Who in their right mind thought, "Yes, let's strap 50 pounds of costume onto a chronically ill woman recovering from a neurological condition? That's fashion?" Let's just say empathy isn't haute couture's strongest accessory. The Instagram apology no one should have needed. After fans flooded social media with concern, Bella responded with her trademark grace and heartbreak. She admitted she'd just gotten her period that morning, because of course the universe likes to pile on, and said her stamina wasn't fully back after her hospital stay. "But I tried my best," she wrote, and really, that one line summed up everything. She's been trying her best in a world that demands perfection, even when her body is crying out for rest. She also returned to walk the Saint Laurent runway at Paris Fashion Week just days after treatment. On paper, that's resilience. In reality, it's a woman pushing through unimaginable fatigue while everyone claps for her strength without asking if she should even be there. The industry that loves glam but forgets humanity. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The fashion industry thrives on illusion. It celebrates beauty, symmetry, and flawlessness. but it doesn't know what to do with vulnerability. When Bella opened up about crying every day and feeling overwhelmed, some people laughed it off, calling her privileged. But let's be real. Money can buy you handbags, not a new nervous system. The industry loves to chant, "The show must go on." But what if the show is literally killing you? The cameras keep flashing, the crowd keeps cheering, and no one stops to ask if the angel in the wings needs a nap or a neurologist. Bella has spent years smiling for the lens while her body whispers, "Hey, maybe sit down?" It's like watching someone run a marathon in heels while everyone around them says, "Wow, look how graceful she is." No one sees the blisters. A timeline of resilience. Bella's battle didn't start yesterday. She was diagnosed around 2013 after years of unexplained symptoms, fatigue, pain, brain fog, all the greatest hits of chronic illness. There were countless hospital stays, late-night treatments, and days when even getting out of bed was a win. In 2023, she shared that after more than 100 days of treatment, she finally felt healthy again. For a while, it seemed like the worst was behind her. Then came 2025, the relapse, the hospitalization, and the world watching her try to stage a comeback that looked more like a cry for rest than a fashion statement. Through it all, her mom has called her a Lyme warrior, and she really is. But even warriors need time off the battlefield. The bigger picture and why it matters. Bella's story isn't just about one celebrity with an illness. It's a mirror held up to the way society treats invisible pain. We praise strength, but ignore suffering. We romanticize hustle culture. Keep pushing, keep grinding, even when the grind grinds people down to dust. Lyme disease is a beast that doesn't care if you're rich, famous, or genetically blessed by the beauty gods. It drains your energy, messes with your mind, and turns everyday life into a survival sport. Yet, because Bella still manages to look incredible, people assume she's fine. That's the curse of looking too good. Your suffering gets photoshopped out of people's empathy. And let's be honest, the fashion world isn't exactly known for workplace compassion. It's a place where exhaustion is seen as dedication and a fainting model is serving drama. Maybe it's time for the industry to serve common sense instead. What we know and what we don't. We know Bella is recovering. We know she's still dealing with flare-ups and fatigue. We know she's doing her best to balance her health with her career. But what we don't know is how unpredictable her day-to-day life is. Chronic illness doesn't keep a schedule. One day you're okay, the next your body says, "Surprise! We're napping for 48 hours. We also don't know how much pressure she feels to stay in the public eye. When your face is your brand, stepping away to heal can feel like professional suicide. But sometimes disappearing is the healthiest thing a person can do. The lesson. Hidden in the glamour. Bella's journey is a giant flashing reminder that appearances can lie. Behind every effortless selfie might be exhaustion. Behind every dazzling smile, pain. She's become a symbol not just of beauty, but of resilience, and the courage it takes to show imperfection in an industry that worships flawlessness. Maybe the world should stop obsessing over her cheekbones for a second and start paying attention to the person underneath. Because the truth is, perfection doesn't exist, even when it's walking in heels down a runway. And that's the story, guys. The real story behind Bella Hadid's strength, struggle, and stunning resilience. If you found this video eye-opening, emotional, or even just a little bit inspiring, hit that thumbs up and subscribe. See you in the next one.